shadow of the mesa, where the red rocks climb so high, I found her wild roses beneath that endless sky. We carved our names on the old oak tree, where the creek sings stones and the breeze roams free. That canyon held our dreams in its vast embracing arms, sheltered under starlit quilts, succumbing to its charms. Oh, but the canyon died young and the river ran dry, like the tears that ceased in the wells of my eyes. And the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name, in a land that's changed its face, but still wears its old pain. Now the trails are overlaid with dust, the homestead's fallen lean. The porch where we once danced is a memory serene. Your scarf hangs on the saddle, the color faded gray, each thread a tale, a moment lost, the time slipped away. The fire's ashes cold, where our warmth once filled the night, and I roam these empty cabins where shadows swallow light. Yes, the canyon died young and the river found its end, when my heart beats against the gust but can't no longer mend. And the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name, in a gravel road forgotten by the sigh of autumn rain. So here's to the twilight, the sunset's final glow, to the love we left in the silence of the snow. May the mountains ever echo the lines we used to sing, for a moment held forever in the spring that never springs. The canyon died young and I'm still standing by, watching days bleed into where the old ghosts lie. And the whispers of the aspen forever call your name, on a wind that keeps on blowing but never sounds the same. Yes, the canyon died young, and with it to my heart, in the echoes of the land where we are still apart. In the shadow of an oak where whispers cling to the wind, I first saw her wild eyes like a storm about to begin. We shared dreams on that old porch under lanterns' faint glow. Her laughter mingled with the breeze from long, long ago. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds into night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander stray. Years sprawled like the roads I've rode, gravel loose and warm. Each town a reminder of what's lost. My heart's warm. The cabin stands empty. The door creaks with no wind. The scarf she left behind, now my companion, my friend. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds into night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close, holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander straight. By the creek the oak tree knew as I carved her name in its side. Rain washed away the letters like tears I've cried. But her eyes, those wild storms, are etched deep within. A part of the land, the air, my sins. Her eyes haunt the sunsets, they're in every fading light. Every night I bed down, feeling her whisper goodnight. Though time may march on and my trails might fade, in the heart of the wild, her spirit stays, never to evade. Her eyes home.
There's an oak by the old gravel path, shadows stretch like the years that have passed. Rust on the gate, the hinges complain, every creak whispers low, echoes pain. That porch where you danced, bare feet in the rain, now boards lie still under skies turned to ash. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch called my name soft and still. Under the weight of a west setting sun, I can't undo all the wrongs that I've done. The echoes of hoofbeats, now just a faint hum, where the ghosts of our past love linger on. The saddle hangs low, untouched by the ride. Dust settles thick where our dreams used to lie. Your scarf in the drawer, scent faded by time, like the smile in my mind. It's faded and shy, from the creek to the cabin, each corner defined by the silence that screams, you're no longer mine. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch called my name soft and still. Under the weight of a west setting sun, I can't undo all the wrongs that I've done. The echoes of hoofbeats, now just a faint hum, where the ghosts of our past love linger on. So here's to the stars that still dare to shine, to the night so bold, your hand in mine. May the winds carry away my mournful tune, over mountains that witnessed our love too soon. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch called my name lost in hills. As the twilight embraces the crest of the dawn, I'm learning to live with a heart that's withdrawn. Yet in the quiet, your memories reborn on this abandoned ranch, where my heart was once drawn. Every sunset, every tear, every dream echoes you shadows me in this wild, silent scream.
In the dandelion field, under sky so vast and blue, I remember the gold in her hair and the dreams that once flew. We danced through the whispers of grass where the oak trees knew our names. Her laughter mingled with the breeze. Now it's just the wind that remains. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back to the dandelion field I rode through. The oak is older, the porch is worn, the town's a quiet shade, where gravel roads and empty cabins cradle memories that fade. That scarf she left still smells of rain and dust from the summer's end. My reflection alone in window panes keeps the company of the wind. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back to the dandelion field I rode through. There's an ache in the saddle, a silence in the breeze. A cowboy's heart knows no ease. I drift like tumbleweed where the wild rivers flow, bound to the land with the love I can't let go. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back, but never close enough to the dandelion field I rode through, where I left my love, where I hide my truth. Right where the oak tree shadows lie long on the dust, I found an old saddle leather worn into rust. Beneath the wide brim of a sunset that bleeds lies a tapestry woven from wildflower seeds. Our names carved deep in the bark of time's embrace, echoes of laughter, the ghost of your face. Oh, saddle hides tales of old, of a love so brave in a world so cold, where the winds whisper soft through the empty cabin sighs. I'm a shadow in the moonlight under infinite skies. Each stirrup and buckle, every scar, every ride, saddle hides. Oh, saddle hides. The porch still creaks where we danced in the rain. Now it moans underfoot like it's singing our pain. The trails have grown over, the gravel roads bare. No echo of hoofbeats, just silence hangs there. A scarf you once wore is now faded and torn, fluttering lonely like a flag long forlorn. Saddle Heights, tales of old, of a love so brave in a world so cold, where the winds whisper soft through the empty cabin sighs. I'm a shadow in the moonlight under infinite skies. Each stirrup and buckle, every scar, every ride. Saddle Heights, oh Saddle Heights. Of a forgotten art. Where did we lose the thread? Where did the story change? In this land that shaped us, nothing stays the same. Oh, Saddle Heights, tales retold, memories fade into the dusk, silver and gold, where the winds whisper soft through the empty cabin sighs. I'm a shadow in the moonlight under infinite skies. Each stirrup and buckle, every scar, every ride. Saddle Heights, oh Saddle Heights. Here I'll abide with my Saddle Heights. In the shadow of the mesa, where the scarlet sun dips low, found an old oak by the river, carvings faded long ago. With her scarf caught in the branches, whispering secrets soft and slow. Ghost waits where we used to wander, through each storm and gentle snow. Oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset kindles memories where her laughter never dies. In the hush of empty cabins, down those gravel roads I roam. Ghost waits at the edge of twilight, calling this old cowboy home. Time has worn the leather saddle, trails have faded into dust. Wildflowers on the prairie hold the fragrance of her trust. Old Porch Creek's a somber rhythm, tales of days when life was lush. Ghost waits in the silent echoes, where the wind sings through the brush. Oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset kindles memories where her laughter never dies. In the hush of empty cabins, down those gravel roads I roam. Ghost waits at the edge of twilight, calling this old cowboy home. Rain falls soft on rusty tin roofs, stirs the scent of years gone by. Each droplet note in the ballad of a love that doesn't die. Through the whispers of the aspens, through the chill in autumn's glow, she's the warmth within the cold wind, the heart I can't let go. Lonesome valleys underneath the starlit skies. Every sunset burns like fire in the mirror of my eyes. In the hush of empty cabins, where past and present seem to blend. Ghost waits at the gates of dawn, where cowboys' trails may never end. Ghost waits and I keep riding neath the endless, ageless skies, bound to roam, forever haunted by the love I can't deny. At the edge where the oak trees meet the sky, I found your scarf, blue as a stormy July. The river band whispered your sweet goodbye under a canvas painted with sunset side. You hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. The porch still creaks like it did before, but my boots sound hollow on the wooden floor. Rain taps the windows, but doesn't bring more than the echo of kisses that time can't restore. Hear the river band echoes calling me home to the ghost of your laughter where wild winds roam. My heart rides the trails where we used to roam, but those paths are just memories fading alone. In the dust of the trail where our dreams used to lie, I chase the sunset where old lovers sigh, lost in the whispers of a silvery sky. Love's a shadow that never quite says goodbye. So I'll listen for you in the river band's moan, among the echo of steps on gravel once known. The heart may wander, but always it's shown wherever I roam. Your memory's my home. Out by the ridge where the old oak sighs, I first saw her wild, restless eyes. Under vast skies our dreams unrolled, on a dusty path where our fates took hold. Her laughter laced through the prairie wind in that sun-kissed town where my heart had pinned. Now the grave waits silent, so serene, where once danced the girl of my prairie dream. Each sunset bleeds like the tears I've shed for the whispered words and the life we'd wed. Oh, this lonely trail keeps winding, keeps waiting for a cowboy's heart that's forever fading. Seasons turn, the oak tree grew, those whispered winds carried her too. From that quiet porch watched days depart, her scarf still holds the warmth of her heart. But the cabin's empty, the dust has lain on the saddle she rode through the summer rain. The grave waits silent with her whispers gone, in the heart of the lands where the wild songs throng. Each sunset bleeds into night's embrace, echoing the softness of her grace. Oh, this lonely road keeps winding, keeps waiting on a trail of memories forever fading. By the lantern's light I see her face in shadows that time will never erase. A dance, a smile, and the pain it brings is the cost of the love that forever clings. Yes, the grave waits quiet under whispering trees, in a bed of earth with a soft gentle breeze. But my heart still searches through dust and rain for the love we lost and will never regain. Oh, this town, these trails, they keep winding, they're waiting for a cowboy whose soul is eternally debating. As the horse kicks dust towards a fading day, through the silence my heart has nothing to say, but feels everything. In the shade of an ancient oak, where the whispers of the old world spoke, I carved our names in the heart of the wood, where the silence of our lost love stood. The creek nearby, it sang its tune beneath the quiet prairie moon. Your scarf still caught on the jagged bark, a faded red against the dark. Oh, these ghost-carved memories, they haunt the trails where we once roamed. In every gust your laughter flees through empty cabins past dreams we own. My heart's a shadow in the twilight, drifting over gravel roads in the fading light of a love that might have been where the restless river flows. Now the porch where we used to sit, watch the seasons change amid to the winds that sweep through hollow rooms, carrying the remnants of old perfumes. And I, lone rider on these plains, find solace in the rains that wash the tracks we left behind, but never blur you from my mind. Oh, these ghost-carved memories, they haunt the trails where we once roamed. In every gust your laughter flees through empty cabins past dreams we own. My heart's a shadow in the twilight, drifting over gravel roads in the fading light of a love that might have been where the restless river flows. By the dusty glow of the setting sun, I see your face and I come undone. Time's cruel hand may heal the scars, but leaves its stories in the stars. An old saddle worn lies near the door, like my heart not needed anymore. In the echoes of my solitude lies the quiet depth of my gratitude. Oh, these ghost-carved memories, they haunt the trails where we once roamed. In every gust your laughter flees through empty cabins past dreams we own. I let the dust claim what's left to save me, folks. Shadows by the grave of a love too wild to ever tame. Ghost-carved, I'll whisper your name.
In the shadow of the oak, where whispers hang on the breeze, I first saw her wild hair glow in the sunset's tease. By the old porch step, we shared our youthful dreams. under starlit skies, by the murmurs of the streams, the dust danced around our boots. The world was ours to claim. Back when the fading light first whispered out my name. Oh, the fading light called my name. Echoes of laughter lost in the wind's claim. This heart rides lonesome trails of blame, underneath skies where the fading light called my name. Now the cabin stands in where once our laughter dwelled, gravel roads less traveled by the tales they once spelled. Her scarf still hangs on the hook frayed by the year, each thread a memory, each stain a fallen tear. The rains came and washed away, but the ache remains the same. Since the fading light softly spoke my name. Oh, the fading light called my name. Whispers of what was, sparks of an old flame, wandering through shadows of love's old game. In the quiet whispers where the fading light called my name. Under the vast, aching skies, I reckon every sunset's just a sweet, solemn goodbye. And in the hush of the wind, I feel her touch in the cold, a fleeting warmth to hold as the night grows old. Yes, the fading light called my name. A symphony of silence where once was fame. Riding alone, nothing's the same except the haunting beauty where the fading light called my name. Where the fading light ever gently called my name.
Out by the old willow, where the creek sings to stones, I left my heart hanging on the post of her home. My boots on the porch, dusty, worn, and bereaved. They've seen miles untold, but it's here they watched me leave. Oh, those boots watch me leave through the dust and the dead leaves. Echoes of her laughter in the breeze. The horizon holds my dreams, but my soul, it just clings to the ghost of her whisper 'neath the old oak trees. To
was just a shadow where our love used to dance. Now ain't nothing but the wind. Got a second chance. The saddle's worn thin like the scarf she gave me. Left it hanging on a nail in the shack by Dead Man's Lead. Yes, those boots watched me leave, past the chapel, past the grief. Sunset's bleeding like my heart in disbelief. Every gravel road whispers, every star's a deceit, telling tales of a love now just dust and a thief. There's a truth in the quiet when the prairie grass sways, in the songs of the night, in the old bygone days. If love is a land vast and wild and free, then I'm lost in its borders, where her memory's the key. Still those boots watch me leave, never once did they plead. Silent sentinels of a love, now a faded decree. And I wander these lands where my heart can't retrieve the love and the life that these boots watched me leave. So I'll walk on under skies vast and heat, where my boots silent still watch me grieve.
You said the stars looked closer that night as we lay under paper lights. Your hand found mine without a word, and time forgot how to move forward. No promises, no plans to keep, just borrowed dreams we let run deep. We fell asleep in love, not knowing what we'd wake up from. Two hearts just passing through, but for a while mine beat for you, like a whisper in a crowded song. We were right, but not for long. You liked your tea without the sugar. I liked the way you read in murmurs. The clock was kind, it let us be lost in our soft simplicity. No need to ask for more than now. We built a home inside a cloud. We fell asleep in love, like autumn leaves we rose above. Two strangers wrapped in something true, even if we always knew that some good things don't stay long. Still in that night we both belong. Now the echoes fade, but not the tune. I still hum you under the moon. Maybe we were just a song that didn't need to last too long. We fell asleep in love, no ending line, no push, no shove, no need just a kiss. And if I see you down the road, I'll smile at all the love we wrote.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rye grows, I first saw her silhouette as the sunset glows. Her laughter tangled in the breeze, sweet as falling rain, every whispered secret bound to the golden grain. I rode through the heart of my dusty trails, underneath the starlit sky where the lone wolf wails. Every mile I travel, every road I roam, brings me back to where we were, but it ain't my home. Now the cabin's empty where we used to dance, floorboards creak with memories, in the shadows glance. The oak tree's grown taller, stands alone against the wind, where a scarf caught on the branches, where our love had been. I rode through the heart of my dusty trail, underneath the starlit sky where the lone wolf wails. Every town's just echoes of her laughter's tune, every sunset's colder under the same old moon. On this old porch I sat, hat pulled down low. Gravel roads keep calling, but there's nowhere left to go. Guess the heart finds solace where the lost dreams lie, in the whispers of the rye fields under vast unending sky. Where I rode through the dreams where we once lay, through the paths grown over where I lost my way. With each town behind me, her memory fades to blue. Where I rode through my heart, and I rode on too. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old porch creak like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel roads still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, a leather crack, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still tall. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace.
I rode back through the county gate. Same dust, same hills, same twist of fate. The church still leans near Miller's Creek. The porch lights dim, but time still speaks. I saw her there with grace and grace. Same green eyes, same summer face. I took my hat off, said it's me. She smiled and asked politely, who'd you be? She forgotten my name, like wind forgets a whispered flame, like snow forgets the prints it keeps, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I stood there full of years and shame and watched her eyes not spark the same. You think time heals, but damn it maims. She forgot my name. I wrote her letters I never sent, kept them folded, edge bent. I carved our song on an old guitar, played it nightly under stars. I pictured hugs, not shaking hands. I planned to stay, not just passing land. But love, it fades when not reclaimed, and people change and faces blame. She'd forgotten my name, the one she once sang in the rain, the one she stitched on flannel red, the one I swore she'd never shed. But hearts move on like seasons aim, and I was fall and she chose spring. I brought my past, she packed her flame. I left with pain, returned with hope, but she just smiled like we never wrote a single page in this old book. Guess I read too long while she just shook. She forgot my name, not with malice, not with shame, just like a road that closed one day while I still walk the other way. I tipped my hat, turned back through pain.
plain. If I'm just dust, don't light the flame. She forgot my name.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies lie, I first saw her laugh under that vast frontier sky. Her scarf danced with the wind by the old porch light, in a town too small for dreams, but just right for the night. Unspoken words close her eyes, like the sunset draws the day. Every whisper of the breeze seems to echo her name, in the rustle of the leaves and the rattle of old rails. Her memory haunts these hills like a ghostly wandering tale. Years flew like dust through these worn and weary hands. The cabin stands empty like my heart's unplanted lands, where laughter filled the rooms, now only silence reigns. A saddle unmounted and love lost to the plains. Unspoken words closed her eyes, like the sunset draws the day. Every whisper of the breeze still echoes her name, in the rustle of the leaves and the creaking of old floors. Her absence fills the air like the rain that never pours. Now I roam these gravel roads where our stories were spun, underneath the starlit cloak, avoiding the sun. A lone rider with shadows where once we rode side by side, left talking to the wind with my unspoken goodbyes. Unspoken words close her eyes, now the stars refuse to glow. The night's embrace is cold as the northern winds blow. Dust settles on the trails where our dreams once flew high. Now I ride alone under the endless crying sky. Her echo in the canyon where my heart forever lies.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the red rocks climb so high, I found her wild roses beneath that endless sky. We carved our names on the old oak tree, where the creek sings to stones and the breeze roams free. The canyon held our dreams in its vast embracing arms, sheltered under starlit quilts, succumbing to its charms. Oh, but the canyon died young, and the river ran dry, like the tears that ceased in the wells of my eyes, and the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name. In a land that's changed its face, but still wears its old pain. Now the trails are overlaid with dust, the homestead's fallen lean. The porch where we once danced is a memory serene. Your scarf hangs on the saddle, the color faded gray, each thread a tale, a moment lost, a time slipped away. The fire's ashes cold where our warmth once filled the night, and I roam these empty cabins where shadows swallow light. Yes, the canyon died young, and the river found its end, where my heart beats against the gusts, but can't no longer mend. And the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name, in a gravel road forgotten by the sigh of autumn rain. So here's to the twilight, the sunset's final glow, to the love we left in the silence of the snow. May the mountains ever echo the lines we used to sing, for a moment held forever in the spring that never springs. The canyon died young, and I'm still standing by, watching days bleed into where the old ghosts lie, and the whispers of the aspen forever call your name, on a wind that keeps on blowing but never sounds the same. Yes, the canyon died young, and with it to my heart, in the echoes of the land where we are still apart. Out by the willow, where the creek used to sing, an old wagon lingered, faded by the spring. Oak trees hold secrets of our shade beneath skies, where we carved our names in the bark love implies. Those wagon wheels are still, but oh how they rolled across wildflower fields, under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside. The trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Porches where laughter danced through the soft rain now stand silent as the prairie's lonely refrain. Your scarf in the breeze, a whisper of the past, where shadows of your smile in the dusty sunset last. Those wagon wheels are still, but oh how they roll across wildflower fields, under sunsets of gold. Every spoke a story, every turn aside. The trail grows cold, but the memories don't die. Under stars I roam,
by the fire's faint glow, I realize some trails, dear, are too deep to let go. Those wagon wheels are silent, echo of your laugh fading on gravel roads. Our once chosen path, we spoke a story. Every turn aside, the trail's gone cold, love, but it never says goodbye. In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers talk, I carved our names in the old gray bark with a shaky, hopeful hand. That cabin with its creaking board sat hollow on the ridge, where the sunset bleeds through lonely panes and the wind sings through the sash. Oh, that empty bed called my name like a lonesome haunting frame. In the quiet room where we lay our dreams, now dust covers all we'd claimed. The stars above the wild lands, once our hearts they did tame, now they just flicker in distant skies while that empty bed calls my name. The saddle hangs untouched, its leather cracked by time. The trail we rode together, now a fading line. Your scarf still lies upon that chair, its color worn by sun. Oh, how these silent echoes mock what we had begun. Oh, that empty bed called my name in the whispers of the rain. Every drop of memory falling sweet mingled with my pain. The porch still holds your laughter in the creases of its frame, while the night air carries the weight of words, and that bed whispers my name. I wander through these empty rooms where shadows play old tunes. The dust that dances with the ghost of you under the melancholy moon. This heart once wild as desert blooms now withers in its cage, bound by the silence left behind by the turning of the page. That empty bed called my name through the thunder and the rain. Each thunderclap a heartbeat lost, a love I can't reclaim. As twilight paints the sky's last light and stars begin their wane, I hear the echo of that empty bed where once we lay, now just my pain. So here's to the roads, both graveled and gained, to the love that rode, then drifted away. As the dust settles deep and the night claims its reign, that empty bed calls my name, calls my name. In the shadow of the oak, beneath the wide blue sky, a wagon wheel rests silent where the scars of lasses lie. Echoes of laughter Under stars that now seem dim, this trail of dust and memories, it all leads back to him. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain that dances in. Once rode the gravel pathways, and now overgrown and lost, the weight of empty saddles and the lines that love has crossed. Rain washed away the footprints on the porch where she once stood. Only echoes fill the silence of the cabin and the wood. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain that dances in. A lone figure on the horizon, where the earth meets dust and sky, holding on to a ghost of fragrance as the world slowly passes by. Tales spun in the twilight of what could and what might have been. The heart holds on to what the mind tries to forget, in the play of shadow and sin. The wagon remembers, beneath the weight of stars above, each creak a verse of lost love, sung each turn a twist of love. As the trail winds lonesome to where wild lands begin, the wagon carries memories in the silence, thick and thin.